Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's DJ Jimmy Hill, thanks for tuning in, and today we're going to have a look at the Mixstream Pro. I've been asked about how to do the levels and how everything works with the audio, so I'll do that for you today, and then just a short video on how to set up the levels in the audio of the Numark Mixstream Pro and get the gain right using an external mixer and a powered speaker. Let's go. Enjoy the video. So the Numark Mixstream Pro. Let's set the audio, shall we? Okay, so here we have the Numark Mixstream Pro. Okay, so this is the machine I use for backup and also for my live stream. Let me show you how I set it up for the volume. Starting off by powering it on by a button at the back. So as it powers up, let's have a look what we've got at the back. I've got my USB stick with my music on, and on my output I use XLR outputs, and they go into my Soundcraft mixer notepad over there. Let's have a closer look at that. Okay, so this is my Soundcraft mixer. I always advise that you have an external mixer when using anything to do with making better sound. Because you can set your sound levels here and go out to a speaker, but you haven't got the control of the microphones or complete control. If you turn it down here, it'll sound wrong. So this is my way of doing it, getting your sound levels right. Okay, so we'll come up to our Mixstream Pro. Everything's set to off. Put these to the middle. Make sure your gain's up there, and there is a main output volume. And this is what the question was: how do I set my volumes? How do I set my volumes when I've got slider volumes, I've got a level volume here, and a master volume? Well, this is where we set it all first, and then we go on to this. Okay, so let's start with the Mixstream Pro then, shall we? Let me just move that light out of the way for you. So starting with the Mixstream Pro, let's load up our USB stick. Okay, I'm going to just put some music on that's just a beat, because obviously I don't want to get any copyright strike. So I'll do something like The Police. It's a remix, so, and that's loaded onto this side. That's loaded onto this side, which is channel 1, which is this level here. Make sure everything is in line there, so everything's in line, and that's your level just for this channel. So if you keep it halfway, and we'll start playing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little auto loop in there of a couple of beats, and let's play. So for this instant, I'm just going to put the speakers on the Eternal Mixstream Pro, which is cool, a cool little thing you can do just to practice and play. So I've got that going on a loop, and as you can see, this is the volume level of this channel. Bring it down, it doesn't go away. Now you're thinking, hey, if I take that down, that should go away, but no, this is your level for this channel. So watch as I turn this, it goes all the way down. Now this is the reason for doing this. Okay, so you turn it up and you get to the level, so it's not going into the mic. See that white coming on? You turn that to the middle, which is about right. Okay, so what that does is make sure that that level is set. Okay, now we've got that level set. we need to get the incoming beat of another one. So let's get a beat of another track and put it onto side 2. Let's make that into an auto loop, just the same. Let me mix it in for you just to be a little bit more. So we'll just mix that in. Okay, I'm guessing this, so right, so I need to mix that in. So we need to know if this side's the same level. So again, the level's down, but this trim, watch this, take that trim down, okay, and that's gone. Okay, so what we need to do is bring that trim up. So I'm still turning that little trim until both them levels are the same. Okay, so them two levels are the same. That means that them channels will sound near enough the same level. So we can bring that up. Yeah, so we've got add away in the mix there, and they're the same level. Okay, so that what that level's for. So if you had one that was low, you can just see it's slightly lower than that one. Okay, so not all tracks are the same level, and that's why you have the level on each channel. These are the EQs. So we've got treble, mid and bass. Bass is what I use to take bass away when I am mixing. Okay, so there's no bass on that at all. Take that one down. Yep. Okay, I don't want to use too much in case I get recognized. Okay, so that is the levels of your channels, and you do that with every song, listening in your ears and getting the levels right here. So using your indicator, which you have to set here, by the way, with your settings. You have to excuse the dog. What are you doing, dog? Okay, so you have to go and get your settings here, where you go to settings. Okay, so to get to the thing I was on about, to keep your channels in the same level and to notice the same level, is to go here. Look, VU meter needs to be on channel. Yeah, needs to be on channel, and then that individually takes the level of each channel instead of your main output. If you put it onto main, all it would do is both of them would be going up and down of your main output. Because it's channel, this is when you can judge each level of each tune before you send it out by the Q button and before you lift up the slider. Okay, so there we go. So the difference is that this is just put that up, and that's gone to the level that you've set here. Now we go up to the master volume. Okay, so I'm going to turn the speaker off, the master volume. Okay, so we come up to our mixer, we set the mixer out here, look, to 0 dB, and we come up to the channel that this mixer, the Mixstream, is plugged into, and as you can see, everything is leveled up. So I'll just bring that down. That is your main level, and we've got what's called a trim as well. I usually leave that in the center. Okay, so while that's playing, we look up here and we see what we've got. And at the minute we have got nothing in, because that's in the center, that's in the center. We move up to here and we turn this output, main output of the Mixstream Pro, up, and as you can see, we're starting to get some lights. We've got a green light. Okay, then we've got another green light. That's 0 decibels. We just want it touching the yellow, just like that. That's it. Your volume is set. You do not have to touch that anymore. You do not have to touch this anymore. That is set. Okay, so that's your volume set. Alright, you can change the volume here, but that's the master output, and that's your volume of that channel, to keep everything at 12 o'clock. You'll have to excuse the dog's at it again. So now we go to our speaker, and this is where we get the volume to the speaker, and that's pretty simple. Let's go to the speaker right now. You can't really see it like that, can you? There we go. So that's what I'm using. So we need to get plugged into the speaker. There we go. Let me show you that. Okay guys, this is your powered speaker, and this is how we go into the back of the speaker. Once we've set our mixing desk up from the Mixstream Pro, we plug it into the input jack. We make sure it's on line in, that's the first thing. And this is your level right here. So we've set everything up from Mixstream Pro to the external mixer, and now all you need to do is turn this up to the volume of the room. Okay, so I'll show you that now. So I press play. I'm going to turn this little knob, and you can see it's starting to, and you can see we've got a good green light. Turn it right up, and it's not even peaking. So it's not even peaking, so that means we've got it set right. If it was peaking and we got it too loud on the mixing desk and everywhere else, we would have a red light signal here telling us that it's limited. And I really do struggle to get these speakers to peak anyway. These are good speakers, the 15-inch Prowell speakers. I'll show you from the front. Okay, just a quick recap then. We have a volume for each channel, so there and there, that's the level for each channel. We are setting the levels so they're both the same, so I'll turn both down, and I'm going to bring that one up, and we're getting a level there, and it's just right with 4 red marks. So that's what we can go to this one and get 4 red marks. And as I told you before, there are different levels in different tunes. So that one's at 12 o'clock, and that one is more like 11 o'clock, and it's the same level. Yeah. And that's how you get good quality levels on the Mixstream Pro. Well, I hope that's helped you with that question about levels on a Mixstream Pro. There's a lot to think about, and it's the same principle for any mixing desk into an external mixer. I always advise you to have an external mixer, but if you haven't got one, let me show you what to do. Just to go, if you're going straight into a speaker without an external mixer. Okay, I'll show you that right now. Okay, so it's pretty simple. If you're not going to an external mixer, all you're doing is making sure you never go into the white right here. Okay, but what you'll have to do is set your speaker output to 12 o'clock. Okay, this is my advice, 12 o'clock. And because you're not peaking here and you've not put a lot of volume here, you can go to your main speaker and turn the volume up on your speaker suitable for that venue. Okay, be careful though, because you've got no control of the levels and control if you want a microphone in there. And obviously this controller has got decent balanced outputs, XLRs. Some computers, some mixing consoles do not, and just have RCA, which makes the sound not as good. So always, in my advice, get yourself a little mixer like this. This doesn't cost a lot, you know, 120 quid. I'll get you a good starting pack for a little mixer, or if you look closely on second-hand ones, you'll get a decent mixer too. If you want to see about this Soundcraft mixer, leave a comment and I will have a good overview of this mixer. This mixer is one I use for my broadcasting on Mixcloud in my home studio. I have a bigger one that is coming very soon. It's the same model, but it's got 2 more extra channels, which we'll look at when that comes. Yay! My Numark Mixstream Pro. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you understood the Mixstream Pro, how to get the levels right before going out to a speaker. So DJ Jimmy Hill saying thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I do appreciate support. Please do leave a comment of anything you'd like to ask me, or if you'd like to see something about the Soundcraft mixer. I'm sure you will do, because they're perfect for karaoke and doing live stream from home. Maybe you'd like to see that too. So I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and try and stay dry. It seems to be raining forever. Bye bye for now.